Are you a broke loser? Do you want to stop being a broke loser? Well, buy my book on Amazon. It's $2.99 for an ebook or $9.99 for a hardback. It's called Stop Being a Broke Loser. If you buy this book, you will no longer be a broke loser. So buy it now. Welcome back, Strongman Personal Finance. I am Christopher Bell, certified public accountant, long-term boglehead investor, author of the book Stop Being a Broke Loser, and current reviewer of this book. It's called The Automatic Millionaire. Woo, that is so bright. Can't even see it. It's ridiculous. The Automatic Millionaire by David Bach. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this book, which the freaking light is just so bright that it just blanks out the title. This book is very, very special to me. And it's not because this is some insightful, groundbreaking book on personal finance. No. The reason that Strongman Personal Finance, Christopher Bell, certified public accountant, long-term boglehead investor, the reason I like this book is because this was the first personal finance book that I ever freaking read. Before I read this book, I didn't know a darn thing about personal finance. This is what helped create the strongman you see today. Without this book, strongman probably wouldn't exist. Strongman would probably just be some broke loser. Just buying cars, blowing his money, whatever. So I'm going to do a review of this book. I'm going to tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. And then you're going to like and subscribe to my channel because I'm the best YouTuber out there. Because I tell you to buy Total World Stock Market Index funds and tax advantage accounts. Anyway, let's do our review of The Automatic Millionaire, the book that started Strongman on his journey. It's very precious to me. Oh, it's so precious. All right, in all seriousness. So, one of the key things in this book is what Mr. Bach, Mr. David Bach, calls the Latte Factor. Now, the Latte Factor is simply a small expense in your life that if you simply cut it and instead use that to invest, you will be able to become an automatic millionaire. Now, when I first read this book, I was like, I had no idea how to become a millionaire. That wasn't even on my time horizon. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was like, I don't know what career I want, blah, 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 blah. I was like 15 years old. I didn't know what I was doing. And I read this. I said, wait a minute. So if I just invest a little bit every month and I just stay consistent with it, I can become a millionaire? And the answer is yes. Now, the Latte Factor, like I said, is something you need to cut out of your budget in order to be able to invest every month. In this example, it's a $5 latte. So if you go and get your latte from Starbucks, your little soy boy latte, and it's $5 and you get it every single freaking day, and then you come back to me and you're like, strong man, I can't afford to save for retirement. The American dream is dead. We need communism. And I say, hold on a minute. Are you buying lattes every day? Do you know that if you had not bought that latte, and you instead put that in a Total World Stock Market Index fund, in tax advantage accounts, you would be a millionaire in like 40 or 50 years. That is the Latte Factor. So if you're going to tell me that you can't save money because it's so hard, the world's not fair, I don't care, okay? I don't make that much. I have a wife that is a stay-at-home mom, and I have a newborn son. And somehow, I'm able to afford to provide for my family and max my tax advantage accounts, okay? There is always something that you can do to save money. Cut out your Latte Factor. La latte. And don't drink lattes. Make your own freaking coffee. Jesus. The next thing that's a key part of this book that I don't disagree with is to pay yourself first. Now, pay yourself first is very simple. People make it too freaking complicated. All that means is that when you get your paycheck, you literally automatically transfer money to some kind of investment account. You can do it through a 401k deduction. You can do it through an automatic transfer to your IRA. Basically, as soon as you get paid, before you touch your grubby little paws on your paycheck and spend it on whatever BS you want to spend it on. Oh my God, I need to go hunt. I need to go get a truck, make a truck payment. Before you spend any of that money, you need to take that money and automatically invest it. Either in your 401k, tax advantage account, or your IRA, another tax advantage account. And if you do that automatically, it comes in and it goes out. You don't touch it. You don't touch it. No. You don't touch it. You just let it go. And you won't even think about it. Now, when I was a young Hua soldier, when I was 22 years old, I was defending my country. When I was a hero, as soon as I got my first paycheck, I automatically set up a contribution to my thrift savings plan. That was my 401k. And basically, every pay raise, I would just increase my 401k contribution. And I never missed the money because I got used to automatically transferring a portion of my earnings into my tax advantage accounts. I had a certain paycheck to begin with, and even when I got a raise, it was nice, but I was still putting more and more every pay raise into my tax advantage account, and I didn't even notice it. So if you're young and delicious and you're starry-eyed and the future's bright, you need to set up an automatic contribution to your tax advantage account. And every freaking pay raise, let's say you get a $200 pay raise, put $100 more into your tax advantage account. I don't want to hear any communist BS about, I can't save for retirement. Yeah, okay. Okay, I don't believe that. All right. Next. Automate for a rainy day. So, the book's, okay, just to be honest, this book is like very low-level personal finance. This is like intro to personal finance. This was mind-blowing to me back in the day, and some of the stuff's outdated in here. I think this came out before the housing crash, because there's a funny part. He talks about homes are great investments, but it's like basic personal finance. So I just talked about automatically investing in your 401k, and then he says automatically invest for rainy day. Okay, yeah, you need emergency savings, 3 to 6 months. Dave Ramsey, everybody says it, 3 to 6 months of emergency savings. I have about 3, 4, 5 months, something like that. I know that's pretty broad spectrum, isn't it? But I have a decent amount in a savings account in case something happens and I gotta take cash and freaking fix something, okay? You need emergency savings. So don't YOLO all of your money into the stunk market, because you're gonna need that money one day very quickly, and right when you do, your stonks are gonna crash and you're gonna get clapped if you gotta sell out of them. All right. Now, here is the thing that I disagree with in this book. The main thing. What he shills, and I'll just say shill because I like saying that word. Automatic debt-free home ownership. He says in this book that you should pay off your mortgage quickly and that homes are great investments. He wrote this book before the housing crash, before the big boom boom. And guess what? A lot of people lost a lot of money because they were buying homes they couldn't afford and stretching it out and just being stupid. Homes are not investments. A home is a place you live. I've made videos about this. A home is an expense. If you buy a home and then you rent it out, that is an asset. That is a rental property. That's fine. But the home you live in is just taking money out of your pocket. It's a necessary evil. And homes in general appreciate at the rate of inflation, okay? So don't think your freaking home, which you paid X amount of money for, and then 20 years down the road, it's like way up. Well, yeah, it's because inflation, okay? And if you want to sell your home that you're living in, you got to sell it, pay about 6% or maybe even more in closing costs and transaction costs, and then you got to go and buy another house, which is probably just as expensive as the one you just sold. Homes are not investments. So I vehemently disagree with what Davey Bach says about home ownership. But overall, this is not a bad book for an introduction to personal finance, okay? You're not going to learn about discounted cash flows. You're not going to learn too much about, I don't even think he talks about asset allocation. He just basically teaches basic personal finance principles such as spending less than you make, perhaps automating your investments, having a savings account, and he gives some examples, Vanguard, E-Trade, blah, 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 blah. Oh, he does talk about asset allocation briefly. This is a very introductory book, but I'm very partial to this book because this was the book that made Strong Man. This launched me on my journey and this changed my life, okay? So I can't be too harsh on it. But that's it. This is The Automatic Millionaire by David Bach, a powerful one-step plan to live and finish rich. And it actually works, okay? It's not hard to get rich, ladies and gentlemen. You just got to be patient. Can't be a freaking gambling degenerate. Oh, I'm gonna get 10x, blah! Like some people I won't mention right now. You gotta be consistent, max your tax advantage accounts, and buy total world stock market index funds. And don't try to time the freaking market, because you suck. You suck at investing. Anyway, that's it. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about me, and y'all have a wonderful, delicious, superstitious, cockalicious day.